Hi, Erik Linask here at Interop in Las Vegas, talking with Chris Lopes from Netlist. Chris, thanks for joining me.
Glad to be here.
So, how's the show been for you so far? We're getting towards the second half of day two.
This is an exciting show for us. The first time we've been at Interop, and we don't normally participate in shows that would cater to this audience. This is very exciting because we see this audience as our customer's customer. And so it's enabling us to educate our customer's customer, which then can drive more demand for our products.
So then let's work backwards a little bit from there. Who is your customer?
We sell primarily to large OEM server manufacturers, HP, Dell, IBM, companies like that.
Okay. And what is the product that you sell them?
We sell high-density DRAM-based memory modules. We specialize in some interface circuitry that makes those modules more powerful, I should say, run faster with less power, and enable them to offer higher density configurations to their customers.
Everybody wants it to run faster. Now, you were telling me specifically about one product that you've got here in your booth that you wanted to talk about.
Well, we're showcasing our hypercloud memory, and we have it in an application called the Data Center in a Box. So we've taken an Intel standard motherboard, fully populated it with 288 gigabytes of RAM, which is enabled by our technology, and that allows us to run 40 different virtual machines in one box.
So who is that, who's the end user on that going to be? Who needs the
a smaller medium business can create their own cloud basically internally with really very little amount of money in hardware. And people are concerned about security.
Sure.
Would be good. Or they can stack these, a big integrator or a colo. And there's several of those companies here.
So why not, especially when you're talking about the small and mid-sized businesses, why not just, what's the advantage of using something like that as opposed to going with an outsourced cloud provider?
Well, it's really a matter of convenience for them. We really are showing how simple it is to take an industry standard platform, properly configure it. If you think about the Intel processor family and how powerful it's become, it's like putting a 500 horsepower engine into your car, but keeping bicycle tires on it. You really can't use the car like it was designed. We enable you to get to that full speed and the full power of the equipment just by putting the right size memory.
What does something like that entail in terms of needing in-house IT expertise?
Really no different than running your PC at home. All you do is buy our memory, put our memory in that standard box, and now you can implement it with an IT professional. We have, as I mentioned, 40 virtual machines running. So our IT guy in our company, and we're not a giant company, we have a couple hundred employees, was able to configure that. So it's an interesting booth because as people come by, they can see we're running 2,000 email clients, we're running a Windows Server 2008, we're running a CRM, we're running an e-commerce site for a fictitious gold coin company, and it can really give you a feel for things you can do with one simple box.
What are some of the other kinds of things that you guys are doing with your products?
We cater to the server industry in particular.
Right.
So another product we have is called NetVault. And this is a memory that works with RAID caching systems. So when computers want to write to hard drive, it takes too long. So they cache it into RAM. Most companies back that RAM up with battery in case of a sudden power outage. We've successfully eliminated the battery. And we've mirrored it with a product called NetVault, vault like a safe. So your data is safe, and yet when power is removed, it can take days, weeks, or even years, and the data will still be there.
So what is it, for somebody who, like I said, normally is looking to back up their data, they don't need to do that anymore?
Right, so in a typical RAID system, the RAID cache has a battery.
Yeah.
They no longer need the battery when they use our RAID cache memory.
So in that, really, that's for the same kind of target market that we were talking about earlier.
Someone
with
who cares a lot about data
products.
integrity, financial transactions would be a big one, security.
Are there other specific verticals that you guys are targeting,
Absolutely.
or that you've seen interest from?
The EDA market in particular. Anyone who's doing simulation of silicon, companies like Broadcom or Intel would be good examples. Sure. So their data centers are geared toward very fast processing of information to simulate chip design. With our memory, those machines run faster. In fact, one of the benchmarks we're showing is showing a 57% throughput improvement, which translates to making your chips come out of the fab faster.
What kind of evolution have you seen in the memory space that has allowed you to build these new products?
Well, the migration to higher density by companies like Samsung, Micron, Hynix, they're the leaders in that industry. That migration has slowed down considerably. The lithography shrinking have caused a lot of capital expenditure to get to just the next generation. We used to see a doubling of memory about every 2 years. Now it's about every 4. So we're extending the life cycle of the existing silicon by being a little smarter about how we use it in a module. Now when you do that, you need to add some of your own circuitry, and that's what we've been able to do.
Excellent. We're talking here at Interop in Las Vegas with Chris Lopes from Netlist. Chris, thanks for joining me.
Thank you.